This is my mother's Honda Civic EP3 that is supposed to be running good, but as you can see, it is having a bit of a leaky issue. So we are going to have to fix that because I'm a mechanic.
What is your gender? My gender? I'm a mechanic. Mechanic.
Need a deep socket for these ones in here. These are all 12s. At least they're supposed to be. Don't want to mess something up. Good. Trick of the trade would be this right here. Grab another one. Extra leverage. See that? Hopefully no surprises pop up while I'm doing this. And voila, just like that, it's too damn hot to be outside. Okay, now after taking a little bit of time to take off this intake manifold, which wasn't that hard, honestly, just need the right tools, needed some swivels, but I got it. So I feel like it's pretty obvious where it's leaking from, that giant crack right there, which is going to frickin' suck, but let's just confirm. I was really hoping it was just a loose hose, but you can never get that lucky, right? And voila, there we go. Now we know. And this is everything I had to remove to get to this thermostat housing. So, got that. The injector rail and injectors and the intake manifold, and this is the knock sensor. This is a code it's throwing. Might as well replace that. And then obviously all your hoses and stuff you got to get out of the way. This looks like just a friction fit with an O-ring that pops into your thermostat housing. Pretty stupid if you ask me, but they thought it was a good idea, so screw it. So it has been about a week and we finally got the thermostat housing. So I'm gonna throw that on real quick, but we are also still waiting on the knock sensor. But while we got this, might as well put it on. Okay, got it installed. This right here, that is a slip fit with an O-ring for some reason. Not very awesome, if I do say so myself. I don't know why they couldn't have just done clamps for both of those, make it more secure, but that's the way they chose to go. So now I'm gonna put coolant in it and see if we have any leaks. It is full and no leaks. I have received the new knock sensor. I found this one on eBay. It's new from Honda for 22 bucks. Pretty good deal. Now, I don't really want to bore you guys with the assembly, so I'm just gonna put this thing back together. Hopefully all is well and it doesn't explode. Just as a reminder for everybody, the knock sensor goes right there. Alrighty, you guys, I am done installing all this mess. To be honest, it was a lot easier putting it together than it was taking it apart. But that's usually how things work for me anyway. Oh, there's a vacuum line, can't forget that. Yeah, so it went together pretty well. Didn't have any issues getting the bolts under the intake manifold. I had a hard time getting them out, but it took quite a while to figure out a strategy, and I finally figured it out. So it was pretty easy. Now we just wash our hands and hope for the best. Start it in second.
What?
As you saw, we went and drove the car around for a little bit, and we didn't have any overheating issues, no leaks. We also took it to Walmart and did our grocery shopping and didn't have any issues. Obviously, it leaking is a big issue, but the other big issue that we had was the car would shut off when you go to stop. And that had been happening since like a week after we had gotten the car. I did find like 11 codes and was able to narrow that down to vacuum leaks. For some reason there was a lot of vacuum lines disconnected, so I just reconnected them and then it brought it down to 2 codes. There's an upstream oxygen sensor and then the knock sensor. Now for the codes and why it would be shutting off, I remember when I had my blue Volkswagen Jetta, it would just randomly shut off all the time, and that was a knock sensor code. I tried posting in the forums on this EP3, see if anybody's had the same issue. Nobody had any insight on anything. So, yeah. They were saying that it could be other issues with the car, but I just went with my gut, went with what I've dealt with before, and ordered the knock sensor, replaced it. We drove it around, drove it to Walmart like I said, and the car didn't shut off. Thank God. And yeah, the car's running really good. So now my mom can drive her car to work and wherever she needs to go without worrying about the car shutting off whenever she comes up to a stop sign. I should have been a mechanic. Yeah. Maybe I'll go to school and become a mechanic. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know my videos are kind of boring. They're kind of just like helping people out. They're not really fun. Hoping to get to a point where we can have fun. A lot of my videos are just educational. Just trying to figure things out on cars and help people with similar issues. I really just want to be like Whistling Diesel and drive things into a cornfield and catch them on fire. But I can't. I'm not there. So, help me get there. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next video.
Nice.